Coming up on First at 4, there is more fallout after the hanging of an effigy on the Capitol grounds of Governor Beshear. And a car wash in Floyd County is broken into, and surveillance video captured it all.
And more scattered showers and storms continue as we head into the end of the week. First at 4 is next.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, more fallout today over the hanging of an effigy depicting Governor Andy Beshear during a rally Sunday at the state capitol. One Republican lawmaker who's been highly critical of the governor's actions during the pandemic claims she was not at the rally, and while condemning what happened as hatred, is also critical of Beshear's reaction to it. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has the latest.
I will not be bullied, and I will not back down.
Governor Andy Beshear says he won't let the hanging of an effigy with the statement used during the 1865 assassination of President Lincoln or the congregation of protesters just outside the governor's mansion stop him from leading Kentucky through the pandemic.
I see the signs of unity in the sidewalk chalk, the green lights, the bells, and the thousands of letters that I've received.
Many Republicans have condemned the demonstration, but some have also criticized Beshear's statements about it. Representative Savannah Maddox attended a freedom rally in early May, but says she was not at the one Sunday. She said Beshear was disseminating his usual rhetoric Tuesday while she was trying to help someone who lost their employment the result of the pandemic closures. She also said his remarks are part of a greater initiative that he has unveiled in conjunction with the Kentucky Democratic Party to deflect responsibility for the economic turmoil his actions have created. Governor Beshear says those who were at the previous rally, elected officials, embrace these individuals. He says they need to claim responsibility because they know what could have happened. But Maddox said in her statement that's a concerted effort to shift blame onto legislators who have stood by Kentuckians who are hurting. He didn't say them by name, but says those leaders are fanning the flame, yet condemning the fire. Maddox says none of the legislators Beshear referred to were at the rally, and she condemns acts of hatred. In Frankfort, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
And we have just learned Kentucky House Democrats are now calling for the censure of Representative Savannah Maddox. They say her actions at a freedom rally earlier this month led to Sunday's rally where the effigy of Governor Beshear was hung. Now, Kentucky State Police have not commented on any new protection guidelines as a result of the demonstration, but have tweeted out that they are looking to hire more people for state government building security. The number of people who died from the coronavirus in the United States is about to hit 100,000. But a new model often cited by the White House has lowered its death projections. University of Washington researchers now say 11,000 fewer Americans will die by August. That projection is down to 132,000. Still, 27 states reported increases in new coronavirus cases compared to 2 weeks ago. 3 employees at a grocery store chain in Tennessee tested positive for the coronavirus. A spokesperson with Kroger said the associates worked at the Cedar Bluff location in Knoxville. The spokesperson says other employees were notified after the cases were confirmed. The store is also implementing extra precautions to protect customers and employees. Some churches in Kentucky have resumed in-person services while others are waiting to see how things play out. WYMT's Will Puckett has more on a church in Hazard preparing to open their doors again.
Nearly 2 months, that's how long it's been since in-person church services have been held at many churches across the Commonwealth. Here in Hazard at Journey Christian Church, they have been making do using live streams and other means to get Pastor Ben Fugett's weekly messages out there. This coming Sunday, however, they'll return to in-person services with pews now 6 feet apart, plans for an usher to guide people to their seats, and even more plans for proper social distancing. Fugett is both nervous and excited to get their new normal underway.
This is an opportunity. I can't speak for every church, but if I could speak to every church, I would just remind them that this is an incredible opportunity to show the world that we have faith in a God that we can't see, but at the same time, we respect a world that we do see.
Now, Fugit says they have talked to many other churches across the country, not just here in Kentucky, about how maybe it's working best for them to adhere to all of those social distancing measures. In Hazard, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
Journey is not requiring masks, but asking those that are comfortable to wear them.
We've seen that cloud cover take over once again today, but it hasn't really been that rainy across the mountains. More rain, though, expected tonight, and especially as we head into the last couple days of the work week. We're going to take you up to a few of those cameras, though, as we look on top of Buffalo Mountain here in Perry County. Very gloomy conditions. Really haven't seen a lot of sunshine today, and as we look into Whitesburg, really much of the same story. Starting to see those thicker clouds in the area, and they're expected to stay in our area as we head into tonight and a little bit into tomorrow. But pinpoint Doppler has rain kind of all around us, but no rain in eastern Kentucky yet. Maybe a few pop-up showers. We're going to continue to see the possibility of a few pop-up showers this afternoon, and especially heading into the evening hours, especially for our friends along that Kentucky, Virginia, and West Virginia border. So we'll drop it to the lower 60s tonight with those cloudy skies, scattered showers possible for a few of us. Tomorrow, though, we'll be tracking possibly some stronger storms could be moving into the mountains. A cold front moves in Friday, bringing some soggier conditions back to the mountains. And then as we head into the weekend, we do finally see that sunshine return. Stick around for a while. We'll also be on a cooling trend as we head into the weekend. I'll have a look at your forecast, or really the rest of your forecast, coming up in a little bit.
All right. Thank you, Paige. While many business owners are welcoming back customers and breathing a small sigh of relief for the reopening of the economy, one business is growing even more concerned. WYMT's Buddy Forbes spoke to the owner of a car wash in Floyd County who is asking for your help finding a vandal.
Wet Willie's sits here on a busy road in the middle of the Martin community, but the traffic didn't stop vandals from targeting the car wash late Monday night. When the owners of Wet Willie's noticed one of their soda machines broken into, they immediately checked their surveillance footage. That is where they saw a car circle the business multiple times before pulling into the car wash. Then 2 men got out and started breaking into the Coca-Cola machine. But they did not get far before they jumped back into their car and left the area. Willie Crace owns the car wash with his brother Craig. He believes the business's security cameras played a role in spooking the criminals.
One of them was covered on his head, the other one didn't care, so our cameras are pretty good. So he got out and looked around so you could see everything about him.
The owner says he doesn't have a lot of information, so he needs the community's help to find the people involved. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Cray says the vandals did not get any money because the business does not leave money on site, but he worries that if not caught, they could hurt other businesses. We'll hear more from him later. A man in Laurel County is behind bars this afternoon after police said he was trafficking in meth. This is 31-year-old Cody Blair. Deputies say they went to his home in London after a report of drug activity in the area. When deputies entered the home, they say Blair had meth, methadone, several clear plastic distribution bags, digital scales, and glass smoking pipes. Deputies also say they discovered numerous syringes throughout the house. Blair is facing trafficking in meth charges, among others. A man in Clay County is accused of attacking an EMS worker while intoxicated. It happened at a house off Highway 638. Deputies say this man, 45-year-old Roy Gibbs, physically attacked a Clay County EMS worker. Gibbs then reportedly told deputies he did drugs before the attack occurred. Gibbs was taken to the Clay County Detention Center. A Michigan man is pleading for help after Russian authorities arrested him and accused him of spying. Paul Whelan faces nearly 2 decades in prison if he's found guilty of espionage charges. Russian police say the former Marine was handed a flash drive containing classified information in 2018, but Whelan claims he was set up. A verdict is expected June 15th. Scammers are impersonating federal authorities in West Virginia to try and make some quick cash. The U.S. Marshal for the Southern District of West Virginia says scammers are calling medical professionals claiming to be a Marshal's Service employee. The scammers try to trick the caller, saying there are warrants out for their arrest. The Marshal Service does call people, but they never request money. If you receive the call, ask for their name and which office they are assigned to, then find the number on the USMS website. President Donald Trump is threatening actions against social media platforms such as Twitter. The president's call for regulating or even shutting down Twitter came after the platform applied a fact check to 2 of his tweets this week. President Trump claims social media platforms are silencing conservative voices. In addition, the president says Twitter's fact checks are interfering in the 2020 presidential election. The White House believes the Federal Trade Commission and FCC should have the power to regulate social media.
The countdown is on for SpaceX's historic launch. I'm Skylar Henry at the Kennedy Space Center, where all eyes are on the weather.
Scattered showers and storms continue for the next few days, but we're also tracking a cool down and more sunshine heading into the weekend. I'll have a look at your forecast coming up.